Luka Doncic was laughing at angry Westbrook last night.
What do we got?
We've got another technical foul. This one will be on Russell Westbrook, I think.
Nikola Jokic was toying with Gobert.
Jokic goes around Gobert, gets the reverse layup.
And we finally saw what it takes to stop Wemby and the Spurs. But we gotta start in Denver. After all that ruckus Friday night in OKC, the Nuggets hosted the Timberwolves yesterday. And Jokic started off with some high-flying action.
Jokic 3 points and an assist. Cam Johnson finds Jokic, who takes it to the rim and slams it.
Uh-oh, if he opens the game with a dunk, be careful, Rudy.
Gave the regular season. They were the 6th seed last year and did it. Jokic goes around Gobert, gets the reverse layup.
Get this, Nikola is averaging 34, 11, and 9 on almost 60% efficiency against the Stifel Tower in the last 15 matchups. He's gotta be Rudy's worst nightmare. Jokic got busy early and with 13 points and 4 assists gave Denver a 9-point lead after 1. But in the second quarter, the Nuggets weren't ready for the Wolves' bench mob explosion.
Brown penetrates, and that pass was not kicked. It hit a leg but wasn't kicked. 2-on-1, Dosunmu, one of the top transition players in the league. Here shooting the ball. Career high 40% from three-point range. Bones Hyland, though, answers with a triple. It's the shot. 2 Nuggets collide, so it's a 5-on-3. And the three-pointer by Dosunmu.
Bones Hyland and Ayo Dosunmu combined for 17 points on 6 of 7 shooting, boosting Minnesota to a 17-point turnaround in the second period. Half of this happened while Nikola was resting on the bench. And when he got back, it was already too late because the Wolves were in a different gear.
Minnesota points, another tremendous pass, but an even better recovery. Randall with the swat. Edwards will pop and hit a 3, and here come the Wolves.
Ant-Man finished the half in style to put his team up by 8 before the break.
Shot clock at 5. Murray, step back. No good. Brown trying to tip it in. Randall gets the handle with 4 seconds to go. Edwards racing up the court all the way to the basket. How many guys can get from the mid-court line to the cup that quickly?
So, down by double digits in the third, Jokic had no choice but to battle the Wolves all by himself.
14 home games left, including today. Another terrific Jokic dime. Murray with the finish. He's got 22 points. Drives into a double, spins, throws it up, and it drops. 40, Pickett in his 3rd NBA season out of Siena. Bones Hyland blocked by Jokic.
Whether it was blocking shots, throwing dimes, or scoring, Nikola did it all without breaking a sweat. His almost perfect quarter of basketball with 17 points was quietly neutralized thanks to Donte's unconscious shooting from deep.
Off the charts.
And a turnover. Down court, Divincenzo stops at the 3-point line and drills it.
Checking you, and you just do that.
Divincenzo tries it again, gets it again.
Divincenzo caught a heat check, drilling 4 straight bombs from long range to keep Minnesota up by a safe margin heading into the 4th. Then Jamal Murray woke up, finding a way to finally energize the crowd.
And 6 assists. Murray soars and slams it down on Gobert. Maybe that will get the Nuggets going.
As if all that pounding by Jokic wasn't enough, Gobert got posterized by Murray as well. And he kept attacking, getting the Nuggets dangerously close in the clutch.
Works into the paint, and just a gorgeous play by Jamal Murray. 10-3.5 to go. Murray hits the step-back 3.
Jamal cuts the deficit to 7 points, forcing Finch to call a timeout. 10 of his 25 points came in the final period, but it was too little too late because
They make Rudy a decision maker.
He gets it down low to Randall, who puts it in. Rudy made the right pass there. He was open under the basket. Shot clock down to 5. Edwards shovels to McDaniels. Floater on the baseline is good.
Jaden McDaniels ices the game with his 20th point of the night on 75% efficiency, and he had the highest plus-minus of all with plus 20. This was Denver's 2nd consecutive loss against a direct rival, and they're 2-4 in the last 6 meetings, falling down to the 5th spot in the West. The Lakers, who were just a half game behind them, had no problems whatsoever against the Kings last night.
By the way, Sacramento won the last game. Oh, they're battling. It's a scrum. It's underneath. Marcus is going to come up with it and skip it. Now LeBron, 2-on-1. Reeves all the way. The jam! LeBron!
We're accustomed to seeing James do this every other night for the past 23 years, but Maxi Kleber? Now hold on a minute.
The month of March, 17. Oh, Maxi slam dunk!
Maxi Kleber, talking about get on the trampoline.
Are you kidding me? Look at Maxi putting pressures on a poster in 2026. Unbelievable. Speaking of that, this 3 by Luka was straight up ridiculous.
Doncic, ooh, he slips. Let's hope he's all right, and he is. Stumbles, gets back up, and this goes in. It goes in! That's some magic from Luka!
Doncic wasn't amused at all, and he was like, I've been doing this forever, chill out. And one guy that's never gonna chill out is Russell Westbrook, as he yelled ball don't lie at Doncic while being down by 18 in the second period, earning himself a tech afterwards.
Follow at...
Now Luka misses the first of 2.
What do we got?
I think we got another technical foul. This one will be on Russell Westbrook, I think.
The Lakers were in the driver's seat all throughout the game, leading by as many as 30 points. This opened up space for Junior to cook.
Let him cook now! Let him cook!
Gonna get it right back. Ronnie, 3 on its way. Yes!
I tell you, when he's aggressive, he's a much different player.
And this was like seeing Prime Bron and D-Wade tearing defenses apart back in the day. Pure wizardry. Jokes aside, Stephon Castle thought he had a highlight dunk in his bag, but he got brutally denied by OG.
Here is Castle into the paint. Castle gets denied.
Here's a staggering fact for you. New York has the best defense in the league in the last 15 games. Yeah, I was shocked too. However, you cannot catch them all.
Here's Castle off to Wemby. Fakes, drives, and slams. 18 from the floor in this first quarter. Castle rings in a 3.
The Spurs started off hot, building a double-digit lead in the first quarter already. But Jalen Brunson wasn't gonna let them get too comfy.
Down by as many as 12 in the quarter. Brunson starting to get going with Castle on the bench. And Brunson, the pull. You bet!
Jalen closed the first period with 8 unanswered points, getting the game right back in balance. And the Knicks carried the momentum in the second as well.
Towns trying to muscle his way to the cup, and he does. And enjoying that drive from Karl Anthony Towns. Bridges on the steal. Bridges veering in, lays it home. Timeout San Antonio. Guarded by Towns. Wembanyama draws 2, elevates, can't hit again. Terrific defense from the Knicks. Alvarado, what a look!
Mikal Bridges caps off an electric 19-0 run in a 4-minute span to completely turn things around. In the third, Wemby tried his best on both ends to navigate his team back into the game.
Here's Wembanyama elevating and burying the jumper, 15 off the Wemby miss. Here's Towns. Whoa, it's going to be an offensive foul. Karl Anthony Towns. First return timeline. Here's Wembanyama. Look out! My goodness!
Oh my goodness! One dribble from the 3-point line takeoff. Boom! Victor was everywhere, dunking over people, drawing charges, blocking shots, but to no avail, because Mikal Bridges counteracted all of that with his red-hot shooting.
Bridges connects on a 3.
Wemby is a one-man zone right now. He's just roaming the paint, he's looking to make plays, protect the rim.
The entire possession and hitting a contested 3 and then going back. At coach is Bridges. He has been dialed in.
Bridges got 14 of his 25 points in the period to successfully fend off Wemby and the Spurs. And he put the exclamation point on the game in the fourth when...
Look, that's not the answer.
No, Bridges all the way in for the flush. Timeout San Antonio.
San Antonio's 11-game winning streak finally came to an end at MSG. Moving on to Boston for a similar scenario with the Sixers starting off hot right off the gate.
Edgecombe on the post.
What a move.
Too good. VJ Edgecombe.
And what Coach Mazzulla and these Boston Celtics fans is another 3 there by Maxey, his second in this first quarter.
Bona with a purpose.
The combo guards were flying up and down the court for Philly, but soon enough, they were about to be stopped right in their tracks.
Zora Stevens. A three to put Boston on top for the first time tonight.
Gave it right back. Comes up with the steal up one end by Drummond and gave it right back to the Celtics.
White accelerates the cutting. Ada, he is having a night.
Luis, look at this.
14 points, 10 boards. Pritchard, here comes Kada!
Look at Neemias Queta scoring 8 points in a row to put the Celtics up by 5. Matter of fact, he was having a career night, reaching a double-double of 16 and 12 to go along with this monster block all before the break.
Who break Kada again?
That Cater or KG, he's on his Garnett. Lost the Celtics time right now.
Very good.
Trailing by as many as 16 in the third, Maxey and Edgecombe tried their best to guide their team back into the game. But whenever they got close, there were JB and Queta to keep them at a safe distance.
Will Jaylen Brown have Jason Tatum as a teammate on the floor down the stretch? Brown says too small.
He gives you space as well. So if he's making shots like that, right, he's going to give you space.
Kada free inside. Edgecombe fighting. Found him. Kada and one.
Brown with 27, 8 and 8, and Queta with a huge game of 27 points, 17 boards, and 3 blocks were too much for Philly to handle. Kudos to Maxey and especially VJ for their resilient effort and sacrifice, but better luck next time. In Orlando, the Magic jumped in front at the start by giving the Pistons a taste of their own medicine.
Now Jalen and a double teaming Cunningham. They force the turnover. 3-on-1. Suggs the lob. The Silva the dunk. Early 6-point lead for the Magic. They're doing it on the defensive end. That's a bad play by the Pistons. Javon Carter, a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year nationally in college basketball, showing his defensive skill right there. He lost the handle, picked up by Banchero.
I think he didn't lose it. Javon Carter knocked it out of his hands.
De Silva got it from the corner.
The Magic turned defense into offense time and time again and led by as many as 9 points in the first half. But in the third, the Pistons showed them who's who.
Thompson gobbled that one up, and here comes Detroit with another chance to take the lead. 3-point shot, good out of the corner by Tobias Harris. Banchero lost the handle. Here comes Thompson. Carter is there. Thompson lays it in. Turnover number 10. The lead for Detroit reaching 8. And they steal the ball. And here comes Karis LeVert. LeVert down the middle, takes it all the way and gives Detroit a 10-point lead.
It only took Detroit 10 minutes to completely turn this game around and go from down 7 to up by 10 points. Orlando made one last push at the start of the fourth with Wagner and Bane both knocking down a triple to tie the game at 83 apiece. However, the Pistons' response was vicious.
Cunningham to the cutting LeVert. Howard's there. Duran down the middle. Crushes it in. Bane down the middle. Oh, missed that one. Doesn't miss many of those. Pistons running.
That's when you're looking for defensive help coming.
Hyland down the middle. He'll rise up and put it in. Detroit with the rebound. Cunningham trying to drive. Fadeaway jumper on Bane. It's good.
Cade and company fired back with a 10-0 blitz, restoring the double-digit lead in an instant. And they never looked back as Cunningham powered their 10th win in their last 12 games with 29 points and 11 assists. In Dallas, the Thunder didn't have any trouble handling the Mavs.
Ryan Nembhard shoes.
Oh, look out. Down goes Powell on the drive by Chet. Some of the highlights of his rookie year. Oh, he drives and jams it. Wow.
Look at SGA detonating the slam on Max Christie's head. He's back. Both him and Chet combined for 49 points on 59% efficiency, which proved to be more than enough for OKC to cruise in a wire-to-wire win over the Mavs. And the Cavs needed every bit of Harden's heroics against the Brooklyn Nets.
Question mark coming in.
He also has a fractured finger.
Harden 3. It's good for James Harden. Harden 7 rebounds and 14 points and a bucket and a foul there. James step back. and then step in and hits the runner.
After missing 2 games with a broken thumb, the Beard was back in his usual bag, posting 22 points, 9 boards, and 8 dimes. Regardless, Michael Porter Jr. had the Nets clawing back in the game, and they almost pulled off a stunner.
And Michael Porter Jr. leads the NBA in threes made. Waits for the double, broken up by Wolf. Nets control. Wolf attacking. Porter 3. It's a 4-point game, 54 seconds to go.
MPJ scored 10 of his 26 points in the final frame, getting his team to a 4-point deficit. And they had a golden opportunity in the clutch after Dennis Schroeder failed to hit his second free throw, but Evan Mobley came to the rescue with the huge offensive board, which sealed the deal at the end. Man, another night full of exciting moments in the NBA. So if you like these recaps I make for you guys every weekday, make sure to subscribe and don't miss a beat of the best show on earth. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.